haven't had a chance to tell you guys, you're looking pretty good today. Quite dapper.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Every week you should say.
Well, then I will start doing that.
Yes.
Some of our loyal KBIA radio listeners might not realize we also produce this show for television to run on Cat TV and Mediacom, and we post the video each week on KBIA.org. That means we all should also make a point usually to try and look nice, and that means on Wednesdays I tend to get a little dressier than you might see me around the office on other days. I make a point to put in my contact lenses, put on a bit more time and attention into my hair and makeup, and if you're in the studio with us right now, you can probably smell the hairspray. My colleagues across the table, maybe not so much, which brings us to an interesting issue, the double standard that applies in TV news. Women are expected to be fashion plates, always in a new outfit at the cutting edge of trends. Men, put them in a dark suit and a tie, or maybe these days, maybe no tie, and they're good to go. Well, Carl Stefanovic, the anchor of Australia's Today Show, wanted to see if anyone would notice if he wore the same knockoff Burberry suit every day for a year. No one did. Meanwhile, if his co-host wore the same outfit more than once in a week, she got critical emails and calls from viewers.
Some people have called it sexism and reverse sexism and whatnot, or whatever it is. I don't know whether it's that, because can sexism be mainly women judging other women? And I think in this situation, for women on TV, it's mainly women judging women and what they wear. So is that sexism, is my question.
Oh, now you're making my head hurt. I would have to say for the emails that I've had over the years that I've been in this job, most of them have been from women. And I don't know how we've kind of got into that space where it leans towards a lack of support, although I would say the majority of women are really, really encouraging. I get a lot of really good stuff, but when I get criticism, more often than not, it's from women.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. I could write a thesis on it if you really asked me to.
You know, maybe there is a thesis to be done on that. The Australian feminist community is applauding Stefanović's move. I have to say, I am too.
Yeah, I think it was a good study. I mean, it was, you know, I guess it just popped in his mind, at least from reading the stories. It just said, hey, you know, I'm tired of hearing my co-anchor, who I work with and respect, get ridiculed week in and week out because of something she wore or something she may have said and that sort of thing. So I'm going to just see what happens when I just wear the same suit over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, good on him. I mean, there's all this talk about it, maybe be a thesis, and we always take these things
It probably already has been a
so
thesis.
seriously, and some people just accused him of, you know, maybe a publicity stunt. But I think the way the Aussies approach this thing with some good humor actually allows us to have an intelligent conversation about it without getting the temperature level up so high. On the other hand, I think I'm skeptical enough to think this isn't going to make any difference.
I'm with you on that,
I mean,
Mike.
if you look at this story, so CNN did a big take out on it. NBC did a big take out on their Today Show site. You want to know what was being promoted right alongside the website of these stories? Chelsea Handler Instagrams another nude pic. More Kardashian controversy from butts to the KKK. 13 beauty mistakes that turn men off. Melissa McCarthy reveals a new slimmed down look. All this same kind of stuff is being promoted on the same sites that are doing these serious stories about whether there's sexism on television.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's part of the problem, is that we sort of focus in on the one story, but we don't look at the larger issue.
Bigger picture
and we
of
talk
what
about
we're
that
putting out
here
there.
all the time. I mean, I remember maybe it was about, I want to say 10 or 15 years ago, where this issue did have legs, and they were talking about it on television, and news directors were really trying to work on that issue, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just went away. Don't know what caused it to go away, and now here we are talking about it again, and I don't think that this time we're going to have a lasting conversation about it because of some of the things that you just said.
Well, and they admitted on their conversation on Australian TV that a lot of the complaints that the female anchors get about their dress come from other women. So I'm not sure what you can do about that.
And that's one of those things we see again and again. Women tend to be harder on other women.